Hello everyone, and welcome into another stream of Last Protagonist plays through Diablo 2 for the very first time. I hope everyone is doing well. There was a bit of a hiatus as I went through and played a Hollow Knight Silksong, so that was pretty excellent. Glad I played that game, but I did say that I wanted to finish this, so now we are coming back to defeat Diablo in Hell mode, and then of course Baal in Act 5. So the last thing that we did do on the playthrough was complete Hell Mode Act 3, so we will be diving into Act 4 tonight, and potentially Act 5, depending on how smoothly or not so smoothly this run goes. So, because it's been so long since I've played... Oh no. I can't authenticate the game, so maybe I need to go online and do things that way. But also, since it's been so long, I don't entirely remember what I was doing with my character or like my keybinds and stuff. So coming back in might be a little bit rough. So it looks like we're having some technical difficulties here. So I'm going to go AFK while I fix this. So I'll leave you guys on the be right back screen. And leaving a message in chat. So, stand by. That is the wrong scene, guys. The Tomb of the Giants is a pretty scary area, especially on a first playthrough. I'll just go ahead and say it so we get cursed. I do kind of remember the layout of the area, but a lot of the specifics are hard to remember. Byhander, and I think as we start to go down now we get shot at, if we're not being shot at right now. Okay. I thought there was a way to fall there. Shows how well I actually remember that layout. Actually, let's try to be smart for once. Wait, I don't think I have any of the prism stones. That's all of my stones are in Dark Souls 3. I think it's a little bit further to the left. Spamming the R2. We said we're going to go about this normal style. It's actually going this way. And then we slide down here and make a right. Oh, it's this one, isn't it? That we just dropped down. Okay, so I was misremembering where. So now we should be like right by the bonfire. It's like down there, yeah. See, I do kind of remember where I'm going, I just don't remember the specifics. I almost stepped off the cliff right then. Okay.
If I do go hollow, then finish me off. I beg of you.
But at the very least, with Miyazaki's interviews, I mean, I guess it doesn't, like, dispute the idea that, dragons are abyssal. But, he says, like, where'd she go? She really just killed herself. Bruh. Oh, shnikes, the third one scared the crap out of me. I got by the HUD. Alright, so now we're out of here. Now we just have to deal with all the bone wheels, which have killed me a lot. So out of the frying pan into the fire, essentially. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Damn it! Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. The goal was in sight. She's pretty OP. Yeah. Especially since melee is really garbage against the Moonlight Butterfly, and she's a caster, she'll probably do a lot of work. Oh, crap. Well, we did it, boys. The soul of the Moonlight Butterfly and some humanity. I didn't even look at Beatrice, did I? We'll see her again for like the Four Kings, I suppose. So GG, Moonlight Butterfly. I forgot, like, I'm not ridiculously low leveled. That still died way faster than I expected, especially with the co-op thing going on. Alright, let me get this prize, the Watchtower Basement Key, and the Divine Ember, and Homeward Bone. So we can go back to... oh, damn it. Damn Moonlight Butterfly. I really wish I could say I planned that just for the content, but no, I'm a goober. There's no defending myself. Rip my humanity. Now I have to go back and pick up my souls. And then this is the kind of noob trap setup killer. If we try to come this way, the boulder comes crashing through, and then you just fight a bunch of Cabra demons, a bunch of Taurus demons, and so having another recycled... Why is that back now? Well, you got by the oldest one in the book. Venom says, when you started this playthrough, you mentioned how obvious the ball rolling trap was, and I thought he's going to fall for it on a second trip to the asylum. I figured he probably didn't have a lot of hits with this Vihander. Wait, what? That's actually really, really funny. Just straight up assassinated right there. Okay. Let's go get our damn souls back. So now we should have a little time to read chat. Nix what I said about the souls, guys. So if I remember correctly, you actually just need to walk off here. You don't run. Because that screwed me up for a while. Well, sometimes I just get stubborn. Which I really shouldn't do on stream. I tell myself not to do it on stream, and then I end up doing it anyway. Alright. Or then I say, let's play smarter, and then I continue to do the exact stupid thing that got me in the situation in the first place. There's our stairs over there. Okay, everyone, sorry for the delay. We might also have some issues with whether or not my game is going to be synced up because I had to restart the console, and I've noticed that whenever that happens, the Elgato just doesn't quite work, so I'm going to try to fix this real quick. So hopefully things are synced up. I also realized I didn't do... I didn't set up my audio stuff with the Elgato, so let me know if the sounds are coming through twice, if it's echoey for you guys. So anyway, I may as well just restart that intro because things have been a little bit scuffed. So anyway, welcome on and everybody back into another episode of the Last Protagonist playthrough of Diablo II Resurrected. Hope you guys are doing well as always. Seafins, welcome back in. If you're still here, I'd like to thank you for the server boost on the Discord. That is very sweet and kind. And the last time we played Diablo 2 was a little less than a month ago, almost a full month tomorrow. And the last thing that I did was go through Act 3 on Hell mode and got sent into Act 4, where we will need to track down Diablo and defeat him. And yeah, we're closing in on the end of the journey, so yeah. Everything should be fine now. It just, in order to play a game that I own, I needed to be online, because that's how games are nowadays. It's really infuriating.
It's good to see you again, hero. Here's a dark.
And then in order to sign into PlayStation, I had to like update the console, and that just took a bunch of extra time. All right, so we got our quest. Not that I really think it matters. Now, it's been so long since I played. I don't really remember what I was even doing. Oh no. I don't even think I want to keep this. I mean, it seems really cool, but I don't have any attachment to these items anymore. I don't know what I was doing.
Good to see you.
Let's sell some stuff. What is this? Right, Mephisto's Soulstone. You have zero knowledge about this game, but the game feels like a roguelike. You don't know what it's called? Yeah, so this is one of the original ARPGs for the computer, and this is the remastered version, so the graphics have been updated. But apparently, most of the gameplay is the same. They did add in a couple extra features, like expanding the inventory and the stash and stuff like that. I don't remember the keys off the top of my head. Yeah, so you can toggle between the old classic graphics and the new ones, except every time you restart the game, it defaults into the new graphics. So my first time playing through, I played mostly in the old style just to get a vibe check of what people went through when they were playing the game originally in 2001 and whatnot. But yeah, it's a pretty cool game. If you haven't played it, tons of people would recommend it to you. I, on the other hand, would be more inclined to recommend something else like Path of Exile right now, because it just has more robust features and whatnot. Why was I keeping this? Was I going to put things on it? I remember my resistances were kind of a problem, which is why I haven't really upgraded my gear beyond this point. So let's check out our potions. Up is to heal. I don't really need to hang on to this anymore. I think I was holding on to that for like another character, but I don't think that's going to happen. Alright, so now my skills. Can I have R1 to heal me? Not in town. Okay, circle buffs me. R1 is the gate. R2 is the prison. Square is attack. Portal. Corpse explosion, L2, R2. I will definitely need to remember that. Bone Spirit is L2 and R1. Not really used Iron Maiden or Amplify damage. Triangle, Decrepit Fly. Okay, okay. It's been a minute, so this might not go very well. But anyway, how are you doing, Seafins? Are you still playing Silk Song? The Great Zambino. Hey, Meow Laser, welcome back in. How's it going? These are some tanky boys. That's a champ. That explains it a bit. Corpulent. Possessed ones scare me. Yeah, but not this morning weekends. How far are you so far? I think you said you were struggling against... Was it you who said you're struggling on Phantom, or am I thinking of somebody else right now? How do I heal my merchant? I forgot how to play. Oh wait, we don't actually have a pause. Is it L2 and down? Oh, he's healing now. You're in Act 2, roaming around the underworks. Nice. Struggled against the last judge. Okay, yeah. I remember you were at the cusp of Act 2. So you're on the last judge. Yeah, I was struggling against the last judge as well. It was a fun fight. So anything super great? Not entirely, no. You were battling Phantom before the last judge just to get the parry skill. Yeah, I did like the parry skill. I didn't use it as much as I could have though. I think part of why I didn't use it as much as I would have liked is just because I was saving a lot of my silk to heal more. Gothic plate. We got a unique crossbow.
Thanks.
Okay, I have to hold L2 to heal him.
Thanks.
Oh, he's gonna die. You dead. Nope, we could just zip on out of there now. Don't need to stick around. Does he heal them? Yeah. How much gold do I even have? Enough. Okay. Ooh. 4-socketed Gothic plates. I've been waiting for something like that? Oh, maybe not anymore. Oh, no, not. Or maybe I just screwed this thing up. Yeah, the inventory system is pretty disappointing, even though it's the remake. Really can't hold on to much, especially if you want to make alternative characters. I guess I already have one of these, so don't need to hang on to this.
Hail to you, champion.
Does this game have a feature that you can't equip weapons or something to the specific skills or level in order to wear it? Yes. So depending on the status of your, like the stat points of your character, you can equip certain bits of equipment. So for my character, I actually have a lot of strength because I wanted to equip a better type of armor that gives me more of a defensive value. So that's why I have on this russet armor, which has a strength requirement of 97. And my helmet also requires 106 for some reason. It's kind of a crazy amount. And as you go on, you'll be able to level up your skills and choose between a couple different passive trees to level up your things. So I'm a necromancer right now, and I'm casting a lot of bone spears and bone spirits, as well as a bunch of bone prisons, so that way I encapsulate my enemies in these little prisons, and then I just kind of shoot at them with impunity for the most part, and hopefully myself and my merchant can burst them down before they burst us down. The good news is the map progress does stay. So we can either reset areas or just keep them entirely cleared out once we clear them out per session. Where did all these dudes come back from? I guess that Doom's Vex actually just followed us this far. Yeah, and because I'm in the third tier of difficulty of the game, the enemies are a lot tankier than they were the first time around. So it's just a very slow, meticulous process of making incremental progress as I go along here. Every time you die, does it have experience loss or something? You're curious about it? Yes. So this kind of has a, what I'll call like a medium core death effect, where whenever you die, you need to go on a corpse run and go back and pick up the items off of your own corpse. Otherwise, if you die again, I think you lose them permanently. I've been pretty fortunate with the way that I've been playing where that actually hasn't happened. I've died a handful of times, maybe like a little bit less than 10 total. But, it does take a bit of experience and, unfortunately, looking things up to get high enough tier gear to kind of make life bearable in the end game here, which is kind of where I am now. So the reason why I put down that circle of bone pillars around that guy is that it'll block his spells and they'll take some of the damage for me. Hey, Robbie, nice to see you again. You got the Switch 2 accessory that took a month to get from your mom. Which accessory were you trying to get? And how have you been enjoying your Switch 2? Plains of Despair? I don't remember if this is too far yet, or if the guy I need to kill initially is in the first area. He's gonna die again. I don't even know where he is. So before that happens, let's go ahead and save him from himself.
What do you need?
So for Seafins, who's curious what I just did, I have this little mercenary guy that follows me around and attacks enemies with me. And you could see his health bar at the top left of the screen with the little icon up there. And since he's about to die, I decided to go back to town and heal him up. So that way he didn't die and I didn't have to spend a bunch of money to revive him.
Hello.
Seafin, you only experienced the PSP and the PS1 and 2. I really liked the PSP. Thought it was a great system that just did not have a lot of support for it whatsoever, which is a little bit unfortunate. Too bad its attack values are so low. Hey, Chadwick, welcome back into the stream. How you doing tonight? And thanks for the comment on the video. Oh, you got the Switch 2 Pro controller. I see. Is it significantly different from the original Switch's Pro controller, or are they kind of just the same? And could you just use the Switch 1 controller in a Switch 2? Keeping the engagement numbers up, thanks. Yeah, I feel like the algorithm has no idea what to do with my Path of Exile content, because those videos that I release about it just like get absolutely cooked the first day and hardly any views, and then like a couple days later they'll start getting views. It's really weird. Not that I really expect a ton of people to be super interested in my take on patch 0.3.1 or anything like that. Where's the flesh beasts coming from? Where did you come from? You weren't there a moment ago, it seemed. Uh-oh. I didn't have my bone shield on. Dude could have clapped me. Let's check out the quests again. Oh no, he is in the Plains of Despair. So I was going the proper way the first time around. Very well. Just gonna try to read Chadwick's message, then these jerks showed up. That is definitely one really big thing that I missed about Path of Exile, just having a pause function for real, man. Necro, but with a shield and a sword on. Damn, yeah. So the part of the reason for that is the shield and sword that I'm rocking have certain modifiers on them, which give me a lot of utility. But people who have better gear than I do typically don't seem to be using a sword and shield, which probably isn't too much of a surprise. I was surprised that I'd end up using a sword and a shield as well. Alright. Chadwick, it seems like you follow a lot of channels with fewer than 50,000 subs, but you kind of like it like that? No offense, my numbers are ticking up. Lord knows I've created a niche viewership. I don't know if my numbers are really ticking up that much because I don't upload consistently enough to get those numbers up. And I tend to ping pong between a couple different different genres, which does not seem to be helping with the algorithmic concerns, but I certainly do like my community and doing what I do on the channel, otherwise I'd probably switch things up. Can I reach them? No. Oh, I've been forgetting to use Corpse Explosion. That would have been helpful.
I can't use this yet.
I've griefed myself. Okay. That was the strat. Okay, yeah, that actually makes dealing damage a hell of a lot more viable.
I need mana.
Uh-oh, don't lock me. Need that full rejuvenation potion, that'd be great. Let's try to hit that flesh spawner up there. There we go. Right, we're making progress. Slow but sure. What's the max level of this game? I'm not sure, actually, because this is my first time playing it. I assumed it was 100, but I think I vaguely recall other people saying that it might be higher than that. I could be wrong, though. It might actually be 100. I'm currently level 77. $77.5. Dragonthorn the Dead. We got a bow and helmets. Okay, so holding L2 is the one that shows all items. It's been a
I
while.
can't carry anymore. Greetings.
Greetings.
No, people were telling me that I could use Grand Crowns for better items. Oh, right. And then I'll need to start combining things to reduce my wasted space in the inventory. What did we get here? 1 strength. That's not worth keeping. May as well put my money away. Oh yeah, so just Fins, if you do die, the amount of money that's on your person will stay on the ground. So you can deposit it into your bank. So that way you don't die with all the money in the world on you. And you don't lose it. Don't think I need this after all. Let's try to guide some of the enemies together first. Uh-oh. That's not good.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Uh-oh. It's like a cornfield. Let's save him. Hey, Platinum Chip, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. In every survival game, you'll die non-stop till you get used to it. Yeah, that was definitely the experience for a lot of people when they played Diablo 2 for the first time.
Good to see you.
Okay, so I didn't have anything to identify. Okay, that makes sense.
Thanks. Thanks.
Whenever you hear that random thanks, it's because I'm using a potion to try to heal my mercenary.
I can't use this yet. I can't use
There we
this
go.
yet.
Now I've trapped us in. How much does it cost if my mercenary dies? So right now, because of his level, it's about 45,000 gold. Which I could definitely pay off. But it's not something that I want to keep paying off, especially if I can easily prevent that, which I can, for the most part. Because I have about 1.2 million in the bank. But against certain bosses, it's pretty easy to burn through that type of money if you're just chain reviving your mercenary to help get some of the aggro off of your own character. I did not actually see what that message said, so I wonder if we're next to the area boss. Yep. Okay. So one thing that I like to do is group enemies up and try to hit them with my bone spear because it will pierce through them. Oh, he's got that big AoE, holy crap.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Gotta get rid of that spawner. Actually, the spawners kind of help me because they keep on bringing in these flesh beasts. And then I could use their corpses to explode and deal more AoE damage.
I can't use this yet.
Got him. Hey, we got a Ral rune. Yeah, so that dude was a fallen angel, essentially.
Tyrion was a fool to have trusted me. You see, it was I who told Diablo and his brothers about the Soul Stones and how to corrupt them. It was I who helped the Prime Evils mastermind their own exile to your world. The plan we set in motion so long ago cannot be stopped by any mortal agency. Hell itself is poised to spill forth into your world like a tidal wave of blood and nightmares. You and all your kind are doomed.
Robbie, the Pro Controller is a lot more comfortable than the Joy-Cons, but it's also really quiet. Oh, are the Joy-Cons really loud? That kind of sucks. They were moderately loud for the original Switch, so I was hoping it'd be a little bit better.
Iswal was weak. He squandered his infernal power.
Like that the Merc says he squandered it, implying that he would do more with it, I guess. Just Fins, there was one time you couldn't hold on to your Switch. Your hands couldn't just keep holding it for so long, and it was kind of heavy, so that's scary to you. Scary to drop it. Totally understandable. One of the things that I think is the best of features about the Switch is the little kickstand that they included into it, so you could ostensibly take the console out and then take off the Joy-Cons and just kind of recline and play it at your leisure. And it does become a bit more ergonomic as well. So you're not holding on to the entire console. You don't have to bend your neck as much depending where you set it as well. And that was kind of my biggest complaint about the original PSP and the Vita. Is that if you played them for a long time, it was just a little bit rough on the neck.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
But I have very fond memories of the Vita.
I can't carry anymore.
Hey Stella, nice to see you again. How goes it?
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Chaddock, PSP was a hand killer for sure. The Switch is somehow worse about that, but both are great in their own respects. I'm still of the opinion that the flippable dual screens of the 3DS was a lot better console design than the flat screen slash controller of the PSP and like the Steam Deck and stuff. So if you could combine the features of a PS Vita and like the 3DS, that would have been the perfect console to me. And I'm still really sad that the back touchpad on the Vita didn't become more of a full-fledged feature in other games, or game systems, I guess I should say.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Stella's a DS user still and has adult hands. Does she cramp up after a while? Adult hands. Not gonna lie, at first I was like, does Stella have big adult hands? And then I was like, oh yeah, she's a tall girl. She probably does have fairly adult-sized hands. And then the alternative of like a child-sized hands is really funny to me. And then that made me think of the whole man hands episode of the Seinfeld show. I almost said Springer, Jerry Springer. I'm like, that's not right.
I can't use this yet.
Also, Stella, how are you feeling tonight? I know you said you were taking the NyQuil last night and it wasn't doing anything for you. Oh no, that was 2 nights ago. I didn't stream yesterday. I was working on the video. Felt a little bit stuffed up for that video myself. Like my, I guess allergies were acting up or are acting up with the change in the season or something. I hope. I hope it'd be allergies rather than getting sick. And then as I was outside earlier today, I was like, man, I kind of want some apple cider. And then like, wait a second, it's like 80 degrees out. Why the hell do I want apple cider? And then I figured it out. It's because I definitely smell the leaves falling off of trees and decomposing and essentially the scent of fall, even though it doesn't feel like fall. Kind of weird.
I can't use this yet.
You're mostly fine, just congested? Okay. It worked, it just didn't make you sleepy? Oh, okay. Isn't that the best of both worlds then? Although you wanted to be sleepy? Robbie, you might want to get into PC handheld gaming. What handheld should you save your money up for? The Steam Deck or the Xbox Ally? Oh man, I honestly don't know. I haven't really forayed into PC handheld gaming. I think I just saw a post the other day about them coming out with a new Steam Deck controller, which kind of looked like hot garbage to me, to be honest. Like it just looked extremely boxy and uncomfortable. But I know there's a lot of PC handheld systems, but I don't know how good their quality is at all. I would recommend just looking up a bunch of video reviews. Chaddock said Xbox is finally making a handheld. Maybe it's... I know Microsoft / Xbox have kind of given up the console war race in favor of making it more of a direct integration with the PC platforming.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
which is probably smarter for them. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good.
I can't use this yet.
Thought I almost Rorschached myself. That's a Watchmen reference. I probably don't need to go this way. Let's go back up here.
I can't use this yet.
Oh wait, do we go back and then go through the middle? Have I been just exploring that for no reason? I don't think so. What did I just get? Oh, skill points. Wait, so these are maxed out, aren't they? Okay, no, this one isn't. Sweet. Take Mephisto's Soulstone to the Hellforge. Right, okay. Hey, Moth Crab. How's it going with your baby hands? Hopefully you're not holding any switches. The Ally's going to be the most expensive handheld in history. You'll stick to saving up for the Steam Deck instead. Honestly, like, the longer you can wait for anything technology related, usually the better. Maybe not so much recently, because prices historically only ever dropped over time, but I guess that advice isn't really true anymore, is it? Rose, how can the price of the PS5 increase after however many years? Too bad I don't run on Amazon. Alpha Helm is for Druid. So funny that it just says +1 to rabies. Kind of sucks selling this, but oh well. Robbie asks, which Steam Deck, the LCD or the OLED, and what storage size of them? 512 or 1 terabyte? Oh, definitely the more terabytes and gigabytes that you can get, the better. So I'd save up for the 1 terabyte if it were me. And honestly, like, the LCD versus OLED debate does come down to personal preference and whether or not you really care about the image quality. I have been kind of converted into being a really big fan of OLED screens because of how dark they can make the blacks look and how vibrant they can make colors look. I haven't done a direct comparison of the Steam Deck's LCD version versus the OLED to know how impactful that would be. And of course, price would be a factor as well. Like, if the OLED version is double the money of the LCD, to me that probably wouldn't be worth it, but yeah. If you could, Robbie, it might be good to try to go to a place like Best Buy, perhaps, and see if they have any Steam Decks or any other like PC handheld gaming devices in stock, just so you can kind of get a first-hand experience to know whether or not you'd like them. It's kind of one thing that I probably should do more often myself, actually go to a Best Buy or something. Because part of me is interested in trying out mechanical keyboards, but I don't want to just commit to buying one online and then dealing with whatever I get. I think I'll just start selling. Whoops, that's not how I sell. We'll do the OLED Steam Deck for $512, but $549 is so grinding pricey. But the 1 terabyte $649. Holy crap! I did not realize either of them were so expensive. I was expecting only like $300 at most. Yeah, that's a rough call. If you can stand waiting, I would try to wait. That's just me, though. Global, you said Micro Center's the jam if there's one near you? Okay, do they actually have a lot of mechanical keyboards? Like with a bunch of different things to test? Alright, I forgot. And also, welcome back in, Global. How are you doing tonight? So that's where we get our all. There we go. City of the Damned. That looks scary.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this
Eats
yet.
and spits corpses? That can't be good for its teeth.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Jawmon. They're like a PC nerd's dreamland. I've been to some, just not in a very long time, to be honest. Because I don't really shop for hardware very often at all. And when I do, I'll just do like a lot of price checking online and do a lot of spec checking. And there's a lot less incentive for me to go into stores nowadays. Man, that dude be schmoovin'.
I can't use this yet.
Robbie, you see so many people on YouTube preferring the 1 terabyte OLED over the 512 of the Steam Deck. So the 649, it's good luck for you. Yeah, the OLED just have a nicer screen. I just don't know how good or powerful the Steam Deck is now with the new games that are coming out. Because I'm imagining it's going to be a couple generations old and can't support a new generation of games, but maybe I'm wrong about that. I'd like to be wrong about that. I'd almost prefer devs do a little bit better with their art direction and not be so graphically intensive. Because hell, as you guys have seen, I enjoy playing games like Silk Song, which is entirely 2D, or even Diablo 2. You don't necessarily need the craziest high fidelity graphics.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
So Global, does Micro Center stock like a bunch of the sound stuff that you enjoy as well, or you just a company shill? Did you work for them or something? Wait, I should probably pick those up. This portaling isn't free, is it? No, I forgot about that. I could have stranded myself. I'll need to stock up on them. Wish I could control the mercenary pathing a bit better.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
I do no damage. So sad. I don't have a mercenary with me, so I'm not regenerating a mana.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Oh, there he is. Moth, you're a Microsoft assassin here to make sure global posts as he's told. Oh, Micro Center assassin. Oh, okay. Are you a Micro Center assassin because of your baby hands? You couldn't hack it at a major center? No. So it's for unrelated reasons than the baby hands, but you do have baby hands. Okay, got it. The enemy density here is kind of tripping me out because of how low it is compared to some other parts in the game. The real irony of Hell mode, or even Hell in these games, is that they don't have like the little babies at the end of Act 3, which can one-shot the characters in every stage. That would be the true Hell mode. Nothing but babies. But yeah, now that we're talking about Micro Center so much, we should anticipate having some Micro Center ads show up in our feeds, huh? Might as well pick it up. Global, you didn't know about them till you moved out east. Then you got really excited when you could go to a place, buy a GPU, a 3D printer, and a pack of resistors all in one. Cracked Balrog spear. The hell? So what we got over here? This health. For your health. Did anybody in chat ever used to watch Check It Out with John C. Reilly? The show was so damn stupid, it was funny.
I can't use this yet. I can't
Ooh.
use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
No corpses around. I wish I could tune down the "I can't use this yet" dialogue. Galamoth, welcome back in. You don't know who John C. Reilly is, but you're familiar with Dr. Stephen Brule. Dr. Stephen Brule is John C. Reilly. But I know you're doing the bit. For health.
I can't carry anymore.
One of my favorite recurring bits on that show was just his absolute inability to say names properly. And so he had a dude, a doctor, a legitimate doctor on his show, Dr. Jimmy Bowden or Bowden. And so when he introduces him, he's like, "I'm sitting here with Dr. Jungie Brungen." And I don't know if you can still do it, but for a while on YouTube, if you just typed in Jungie Brungen into the search results, the "check it out" clip would be the top result. Check it out was dope. Ooh.
I can't carry anymore.
Curious to see how good these items are.
Good morning.
What we got? Joe! Summon, resist, and life tap. Could have been good, but it wasn't. Could have been good, but it wasn't. Could have been good. Nope.
What do you need?
Yeah, one thing that does kind of bum me out about D2 as opposed to Path of Exile and whatnot is just how much more difficult it is to improve your gear. Like, there's a lot of cool items in this game which could make really cool bases and be built upon, but you can't really do that as far as I know. At least not super intuitively. So even though the attack rating isn't good for me, I could see that being good for another character. So if I could have added more modifiers to this ring specifically, that is one thing that I've come to appreciate more about Path of Exile after playing this. Chaddock said, Adult Swim was very good for abstract humor. You don't think we could have gotten I Think You Should Leave without Tim and Eric? Yeah, true. All right, hold on, let me hydrate before we go back into heck. All right. City of the Damned. Did I talk about this before? Maybe, maybe not. Did anybody ever see that old movie called Children of the Damned? Had a bunch of platinum blonde children that were aliens and had psionic abilities that were Superman into a small rural town, and they were trying to like take over the world with mind control and stuff. That was a pretty freaky movie when I was a kid.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Scourge. What is a scourge? InBeforeDictionary.com. Ah, I see. No, 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 not Children of the Corn, because that was the Stephen King movie. I mean Children of the Damned. Oh yeah, that's why I came back.
I can't use this yet.
Outlander! No, no, no. Very different vibes.
I can't use this yet.
And going off on other tangents now. Speaking of Children of the Corn, one thing that I came to appreciate more as I've gotten older is just how many classic literary references were snuck into a bunch of the cartoons that I used to watch as a kid. I think Dexter's Lab was really good about that. They essentially had... I think they had Children of the Corn references. Maybe not Children of the Corn specifically. They kind of had that one episode that was almost like Predator or The Lottery. Or those are two different episodes. Yeah, and there's like a bunch of stuff throughout the years that I didn't know they were riffing off of something else until I eventually came across the original. And I was like, oh, that's what that was. It was a reference. Grief Burn the Quick.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
The episode made entirely of noises in the cadence of Mandark's laugh. In the cadences of his laugh? What the hell was that? You still remember that laugh? Ah ha ha ah ha ha ah ha ha. Yep. It's iconic. That's what we could say. Oh, Catan. Don't know how much of that set that I have anymore. I just remember joking about Settlers of Catan. There was the opera episode of Dexter's Lab about his birth. That's my favorite episode. I know a lot of people hated that. But I virtually know all of the lyrics to that episode by heart. Lab Retto. As a riff on libretto. I take it back. I've definitely forgotten some words. My friend actually had like the Dexter's Lab song CD.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
I thought there was more than one corpse there. Oh, maybe the corpse spitters ate
I
them.
can't use this yet.
That might, yeah, that might be a thing.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Do your breathing, do your breathing, do your breathing. Ha 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 ha. I'm not gonna truly try to sing in the falsetto with the dogs around. Uh-oh. Congratulations, Mr. Father. Today is finally done. May I now announce you have a son. Yeah, I just love that episode. It's so silly. And then there was, I did not understand the point of it when I was a kid, but that one episode that was narrated by another kid and the animation was super childish and bad was apparently because he won a contest to make an episode of Dexter's Lab. And I think he was like the only entry or something. And they just kind of went with it regardless. Gendy Tartakovsky is the man. Yeah, I'm a really big fan of his from the old days. I probably should look at a bunch of the other stuff that he's produced since then. But I think I saw earlier this week, I think it might have been posted on my Discord, but I saw it elsewhere as well, that, oh, snap. Holy snap. Did I actually get an upgrade? What are my resistances? 40s with these. Oof. Oof. Still requires 95 strength? That's ridiculous. That episode was wild, like the end of Evangelion. Oh man, what a comparison to give that. Oh, that was the lady to sell things to. Yeah, that episode was super trippy. Oh god, speaking of super trippy childhood television episodes, I'm Not Stu, or the time when Chucky got sick and thought that a watermelon was going to grow and explode in his stomach in Rugrats. Rugrats was pretty trippy. We're faster. Oh my goodness, we've got an upgrade. Except for our defenses. Damn it. Curses, what can I do about this? My helmets. My boots. My gloves. That's the issue, man. Let's check the shops. Stella said child scribbles. This is exactly like Ava. It's different. The child scribbles came out after a nervous breakdown, and the amalgamation of all the consciousnesses of humanity. The Dexter's Lab episode just went in raw. Right off the rip. Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've repaired my gear. I forgot that was a feature. Oh yeah, I don't think I finished my thought about Gennady Tartakovsky. Wasn't he coming out with a new animated series, but the network, I guess, wasn't sure if people would be interested in it? And so there's like a demo reel that was shown off. Whoops. What did I just do? How did they even go so fast? I could try to do a bunch more gambling for gloves or something. Or rings. Probably rings. Guess rings would make the most sense. Because this just feels a little bit too good not to use. Because the 2 to all skill levels, and then the actual 300 defense is huge. Chance to block is okay. Gendy had another show that you don't think anyone ever talks about, is extremely mid. Yeah, part of me is also curious how much of the childhood shows were super good because of the writers and maybe not the people working on them that we think were responsible for them. Because it does take a team to produce a piece of art like that. Yeah, that fire res is gonna be problematic. Hey Mao, welcome back in. That reminds you of Axe Cop, the comic that was illustrated by a pro comic artist but written by his 5-year-old brother. Oh yeah, I think I vaguely remember hearing about that. Stella says there's a pretty trippy episode of Ed, Edd n Eddy. Oh, the one where like the everything falls apart. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Hell yeah, Chadwick, you are stupid. You are stupid. Oh yes, and don't forget, you are stupid. You love when incredibly talented people take seriously the ideas of little children. How now, brown Mao? Alright, so how much will this cost me? 50k. Well, they got me. Well, let's hope. Nope. No. Maybe there's something with the Herodric cube that I can do to make these not be terrible. I don't know enough about the Diablo 2 meta. Most of the 8-bit Mega Man games each had at least one boss design come from children writing into Capcom. I don't know how accurate that number is. Certainly they did have boss design contests, but they also had actual legitimate designers working on them. I remember there was one of the Mega Man documentaries where like the original designer was saying that if he had gotten the design for Mega Man today, he'd return it to the guy and say that it stinks, which is just kind of funny, but also not terribly surprising. Not that there's anything particularly wrong with the design of Mega Man, it's just designs change, people change, and what flies in the past and is probably good and perfectly acceptable just might not be recognized for its kind of a simplistic brilliance and whatnot. The Capcom design teams would fix it, but still they farmed out the idea from kids. It's pretty cool too. To be fair, like a lot of the OG Maverick designs are pretty simplistic, and it makes a lot of sense when you have like the Cut Man just having scissors on his heads, Guts Man just being really strong, no relationship to Berserk, believe it or not. Then Airman, I guess that's the second game, had like tornadoes and stuff. So they were pretty simple concepts to develop into Mavericks, which I think is part of the brilliance and charm of those types of games. Yeah, most of the designs are just random noun man. I saw that they were adding Proto Man to that new Sonic racing game. I was like, oh really? That's surprising. Get Zero, gets no love. Which, when you think about it, Proto Man is kind of like Proto Zero. Astounding revelation, I'm sure. Brother, stop shooting me. You're cheating. Who's over the gap? Holy! That just chunked the crap out of me. So where the heck do I go? Probably the one part of the map that I haven't build out's gonna have the next set of stairs. So I gotta go to the north. Hey, Gabriel Destiny, welcome on into the stream. Werewolf, are you asking about my character? No, I am a necromancer. Mega Man 9 has a lady robot master, true. Ocean Woman? Splash Woman? Wave Woman? She looks like a mermaid. I've played pretty much all of the Mega Man main titles. I don't remember her super well. I did not play the latest titles probably more than once. Not that there's anything wrong with them. It's just, oh, jeez, I'm blind. It's just, I haven't really played the Mega Man game so much since then. If we're not counting the Mega Man Zero games and whatnot. Wen Wolf. Teen Wolf. I wonder how cringe Teen Wolf is looking back now. Because I couldn't hack it with Teen Witch. There we go, Stella and Meow. You can reset the timer. Oh man, he's trying to get me. Uh-oh. Oh no, my merchant died. Okay.
What do you need?
See, that's why I didn't spend all my money. Did I just say top that? I did.
Good evening.
Because I'm hot and you're not. And I don't remember how the rest of that song goes. Do I play the werewolf at all? No, this is my very first character. And I'm still trying to beat the entirety of the game. So I am just now getting into hell mode. And am on the way to face Diablo. Does Sabrina come up in the conversation here a lot? No, actually, I don't think we've talked about Sabrina the Witch at all. Or her black cat, Salem. Now that you mention it. Let's buy a couple more of these. Actually, we should be fine. Stella asks, the movie or the show? There was a Teen Wolf show. I was thinking of the movie, the one with Michael J. Fox. Because they're both cringe in different ways. Stella, you brought it up once. You made a comment about playing one of the tie-in games for Sabrina. Oh, really? I don't remember. Oh, God. That was good.
I can't use this yet.
Got him. Soul Rune. Wait, did I don't think I put my shield back on. I meant to, because my resistances still suck. So I might get clapped if something ever gets through to me. Which has always been a risk, but I mean extra clapped. Yeah, I don't have my shield on, so let me take off the skull. Which I wish I could keep on. I mean, I could. But I mean, I'm already not dealing enough damage, so it doesn't really matter if I have this on. Cool, it's trash. Michael J. Fox is the best wolf. He already Fox. The shows why Dylan O'Brien has an acting career. Dude was a massive standout. I'm sorry, who is Dylan O'Brien? Wait, I can't sell this? Okay, so I need to use this for the quest, I guess.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Brother, there we go. Ooh, war belts.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. Thanks.
I'm hitting walls. Oh, there are walls right there.
I can't use this yet.
What do you mean? There should be a corpse.
I can't use this yet.
I'm annoying myself with how much I can't use this yet. He's an actor who's in stuff? Okay. Thanks, Stella. That guy, of course. He's the cousin of Chief Miles O'Brien. Yeah, so if this area is cleared out, now we can put on the hammer and then break Mephisto's soul. They're gonna get me! Hell rune. No, but wait, what's Dylan O'Brien been in? Would I recognize him? Skill not required. You posted your newest cats on the Discord. I disagree, Meow. I would definitely say there's a lot of skill that is a component of what you're making.
I can't use this yet.
Certainly much more skill than I have. course. Maze Runner, Caddy Lake, and others you haven't personally watched? Okay, I haven't watched any of them. That might explain why I don't know who that dude is. Stupid walls. Does feel kind of lame, pretty much putting the wall up in front of every enemy, but trying to live and whatnot. Hello, girl. We doing? Trying to deal with the dog. She's totally pressing her face into my hand. She's a sleepy girl. Come on. Okay, sorry about that. Somehow, your idea to deal with the water is to give a temporary dispersal volume to help simulate droughts and whatnot. Yeah, I don't remember if I finished my thought earlier when I brought it up, but yeah, I guess I hadn't really thought about the difficulties of introducing voxel-based water in a game. I haven't really played Minecraft to know how they handle water, if it's even really a thing in that game.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
But yeah, it seems like you could potentially have the water be a type of block without collision. And you might be able to offset the blocks vertically to kind of raise and lower a water level. Fins asks, how long have I been playing this? Since this is my part 28 of the gameplay stream. So I've played it 20 times on stream, and that's it. And I was playing this right before Silksong came out. I was trying to beat it before Silksong came out, but I didn't quite get there, unfortunately. Which is why I'm coming back now to try to stay true to my word and beat the game, give it as fair a shake as possible. I just get worried when the dog just suddenly jumps down and runs across the room really quickly. I'm like, oh no, are they about to puke? Nope. Just wanted to get comfy on the other side of the room. Global said, Game Maker's Toolkit did a cool video on destructible environments in games and mentioned voxel-based destruction, which is pretty cool. You could probably also do a bunch of stuff depending on the actual scale of the voxels. Because if you think about it, the size of the blocks in Minecraft are really huge, and you don't necessarily have to have a game be that big with its voxels. So if you kept the voxels the same size, but then pulled the camera out twice the distance, you'd essentially be doubling your pixels. Which doesn't sound like the most feasible way to build a game. But it's also really funny how back in the day, devs kind of just did really janky stuff like that to make things work. Apparently that's kind of what they did, I think with Fallout 1 or 2. They couldn't get the engine working the way that they wanted to, but they realized if they just like panned the camera out for whatever reason, things looked right, even though the code for it was really bad. They just couldn't figure out how to fix it. So they're just like, this is good enough. And they just went with it. Yeah, I don't like the mini-map in this area with the black and red. Actually, the black parts are fine, but like the lava flows makes it really hard to actually see the mini-map itself. Chadwick, you think most games are held together with duct tape and prayers, so that sounds about right. There was some real technical wizardry that went on in the earlier days of game development. Like, apparently, on the PlayStation 1, Sony had created, like, a dummy part of the memory for, like, system memory, and Naughty Dog just went ahead and hacked it so they could get the effects that they wanted in Crash Bandicoot. And so other companies were like, yo guys, how the hell did you do this on the PlayStation? And it's just because they literally modified the hardware via software to do what they wanted. I have a hell of a lot of respect for stuff like that. It does make me wonder if in another life that I could have been a coder or something like that. Which I probably could have been. I mean, I still could be if I really wanted to. But it always just seemed so daunting. And I think one of the issues with the way math education is taught, at least in the US now, is that we're not really given a lot of practicality with how the math is presented to us to actually incentivize people to understand the utility of actually being good at doing advanced tiers of math and whatnot. But anyway, that's all a bit of a tangent to say that I think in some ways developing games may have become a little bit easier depending where you are on the totem pole, because a lot of devs will outsource engines. Excuse me. And you can become kind of proficient in an engine and not necessarily super good at coding itself. But obviously, the more tools you have under your belts, the more successful you could be as your own employee or for other entrepreneurial reasons. Never know, I could be the next Team Cherry. H-nah. I don't think I'm patient enough to truly get all of that iterating done. I don't know, maybe that's not true because I did really enjoy the Mario Maker stuff. Like, if I had a full-on game engine developed for me and I could just focus on either, like, character design, level design, story design, narrative, whatnot, I would probably be a lot more inclined to do something like that rather than working with everything from the bottom up. All right, we're getting to the end of the act. Mao, you hate math, it's just not for you. I never really hated math, but when I got older, well, it's a little bit of a complicated story. When I was in elementary school, I was probably a little bit too good at math for my grade level, and because of that, I didn't really have to pay attention in class, and I was fine, which is a bit problematic when you're forced to sit in a class for hours on end going over a subject which is just completely droll, monotonous, and boring to you. And I'd rather just not pay attention in class and do other stuff. And so I kind of became a bit of a troublemaker toward the end of my elementary school years. And then when I got into middle school, like, the math was still what seemed like it was on par for my elementary school. And so I still didn't care. And so I was kind of under the impression for a while that math really wasn't that important to understand beyond basic algebra, which is kind of true to a degree, but as I've gotten even older now, I would probably have paid more attention in school. But the issue is the math that's taught in school, at least for me, wasn't taught extremely holistically. And it was always just done as a means to an end of, like, solving these problems to get a grade, rather than saying, like, oh, hey, if you know how to do this kind of math, you can kind of encounter these types of problems in real life and solve them, or do these kind of mental exercises for these things that you care about. And I know right now I'm talking a little bit abstractly, and it's like, well, who really cares? Math is math. So for me, one of the reasons why I do wish I was a little bit better at math in general is because it'd be nice and fun for me to actually talk about more in-depth math topics. Like things about the defenses and resistance value formulas in video games, I think is kind of interesting and fun. But now that I know how much math I don't know, I know that if I was better at math, I could understand more advanced formulas to talk about things and come up with more holistic solutions, rather than this kind of a really half-assed attempt at trying to dress up formulas with, or trying to dress up basic arithmetic with what is essentially just sorry, I'm phrasing this poorly. I would be calling what is essentially basic arithmetic a formula when it's not. And I would be able to do a lot more if I knew more. And yeah, that's kind of true of anything, though. No worries, C-Fans. You're still in school studying engineering with full of maths? Hey, man, if you are enjoying it, or if you can stomach it at least, more power to you. Like, to give a more tangible example of what I'm talking about, I would like to make a video talking about the defenses in Path of Exile and how the armor value sucks, which is already nerdy as hell, but, like, trying to propose an alternative solution is something that I'd like to try, but I know I'm not good enough at math to really be taken seriously. Like, I wouldn't take myself seriously, so I can't really expect others to take me seriously unless I was using it, my platform as like a cry for help. So for instance, I think right now it'd be better in Path of Exile if armor worked and prevented a flat amount of damage based on the percentage of armor that's shown on your character screen. So if you have a an armor value of 50%, to me, it makes intuitive sense that it should reduce the amount of physical damage you take by 50%, even though that's not how it actually works now. And I think evasion would be better if, in addition to giving you a base chance to evade basic attacks and whatnot, it allowed you to take less damage from critical strikes equal to the amount of evasion that you have. So if you had a 50% chance to evade, I think that should give you a 50% chance to avoid basic attacks, as well as a guaranteed 50% damage reduction from critical attack bonus damage. But when you break it down, I think armor in that case and evasion actually kind of even each other out and become viable in their own ways. Because you will take more damage if you get hit as an evasion character from like small hits and whatnot, but you'll be getting hit less frequently, so you could potentially make up the difference with recovery and whatnot, which is pretty cool. And armor in this instance would actually end up taking about the equivalent or more proportionally damage from crits and need to heal up a lot more than evasion-based characters. So the reason why this is important is that when you're an evasion-based character and it's all based on RNG, whether or not you get hit and live or die, it feels extremely bad. And you need to limit being one-shot to have that kind of build to be viable. And Path of Exile doesn't really allow for that as it currently stands. Which is why I'd like to make a video talking about the subject, but if I was better at math, I could make a better video, which is partially why I haven't done it yet. Meow, you went to art school? Math class was sacred geometry? What do you mean by sacred geometry? Like triangles and golden ratios? Mao, you just can't think of numbers. Yeah, the sad thing is, when I was first in school, math was one of my favorite subjects because it was so straightforward. All you have to do is know arithmetic and you're good. The answers never change. There's no subjectivity to it. It's either right or wrong. And then my passion for it died as I sat in years of classes of not really learning anything new mathematically. Like, for real, I don't think between the time I started 3rd grade and when I got to 8th grade that there was any difference in the math that was being taught to me at that time. So it was like 5 years of languishing, wishing for more challenging math classes. And then the truly ironic part is when I did get put in more advanced math classes in high school, I kind of flunked out of them because I was distracted, we could say, from other things. AKA a girl. Are they respawning? Something must be reviving them.
What do you need?
Chadwick, you're an art kid as well. You know smart good? I see. Chadwick, you only had to do geometry and a tiny bit of fractional addition for pattern drafting. You got real lucky. Seafinch, you went to an art course at first, but your mom dropped you and put you to more academics as well as more math. Meow says, basically circles are God and squares represent man or some crap. Didn't really pay attention to the philosophy part? Okay. Math's everywhere in engineering since you have to study hydraulics and mechanics and such. Yeah. I probably would have been really, really interested in engineering more as a kid. But, I just didn't really have the means to kind of pursue that stuff. And then I became more distracted by other things. 3128? Brother. 3128. Okay, so when it is a set piece, it does seem to be the exact same. Wait a second, this one's more durable. Oh, I haven't used it. I really do like this belt, though. I should keep it. No, it's come down to this. Wait, how full is this? Curses. How many sides are in a circle? 360. Meow, you could do hardcore math if we taught you the formulas. You always tested in the top 10%. You just didn't like going to school, though. Seafin says it's 100% memorize the formulas as well as conversions, man. Until you get to the point where you have to start developing your own math.
Good to see you.
All right. Now I'm trying to match 2 and failing gloriously. Match 3. No. Oh, wait. Now we have enough for these. Instead of a mischief managed mug, I need an inventory managed one. I already had 3 of this. Okay. Just too blind for my own good. Have I played Nine Souls? If so, how's my experience with it? No, I've not played Nine Souls. I did notice it's on sale today or yesterday, and I thought about picking it up. I just haven't done it yet. It's on my to-play list. I've already bought Path of the Teal Lotus, though, and I want to play that before Nine Souls. But I do kind of want to get to Nine Souls soonish as well. It looks good. I've heard good things about it. You hope there's a sword in there? There kind of is, but the issue is it doesn't group things up by types, so it'll just kind of convert all of the empty space into one spot on the inventory, which is why I have not been using it. Mao, as heretical as this sounds coming from you being a science guy, you don't think that math is the quote-unquote language of the universe, as much as math nerds like to say? Part of the reason why they say that math to be the language of the universe is because the principles are fundamental. If something else has a form of logic that is anywhere comparable to that found within humans and whatnot, and we know that birds and stuff can do math, so I think there's a certain amount of sense in the saying there. I still like the little sound effects of putting the skulls in different sections of the inventory. It's the skulls are the top tier? Oh no, that one is flawless. Ah! So I have the wrong types of skulls. Oh, I guess this one is slightly brighter than the other. Yeah, this one has a few extra cracks. Man, that is ridiculously hard to see. Okay, I think we might be done with those. Other than figuring out what these all get modded into. Wait a second. Don't these combine? Yeah, I've been goofing by sending the wrong tiers over. Ugh. Oh no, I guess perfects are the highest tier. But then what are these? Oh, they just look different. Okay. It's been too long. So we got a Hell Rune. So we got Rawl and Hell today. Already had a Hell Rune. Chaddock said, if you could write everything down with accurate wave representation, do you think you could get away with a lot of physics without numbers? What do you mean by that? Well, you say math is just a description of a force the same way as word to describe a sentiment. Well, the issue is math in many ways is a little bit more fundamental than what a word is. Like, you can communicate with math and not necessarily have a common shared language between you and the subject. Which is why I think it's a form of a universal language. Alright. Are we ready to face Ablo? We'll see. We're getting there. I do keep forgetting to buy town portals, so I'm going to pick up that scroll, and then I'm going to go back into town and buy some. Because I might try to teleport out of the Diablo fight a couple times. So I don't want to get stuck in the midst of that fight. And away we go.
Hail to you, champion.
Cool. So now we're back full to 20. Damn, I forgot how many charms I had, which even boosted my resistances further. I'm still not capped. That's crazy. Stella says you have to assume you use the same notation though, so it's not like it's really universal. Yes and no. I think you can establish a notation if you have objects or are able to gesture to a degree. Chadwick, you think if you could transcribe waves accurately enough, you could skip the numbers needed to represent those waves and still result in the same knowledge? I don't understand because... what do the waves represent that numbers do not or could not? Like, I'm talking about the concept of a number, not necessarily like the Arabic numeral for 1 or 2 or 12. As opposed to the math in kanji. Come on, Merc. Oh, that fire can reach me. That's not great.
I can't use this yet. 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 I can't use this yet.
Yeah, I'm about to level up, baby. It would be kind of funny if I don't get to level up before I fight Diablo. I think we have enough enemies here to be able to do it based off of what we fought so far in the level. Because we have a bunch of little dudes beforehand. And I think the last time I fought Diablo, my bone prisons were actually able to keep him contained a bit. Which should make this fight viable, I would hope. Although if he one-shots everything again, then I might be on the struggle bus a little bit. There we go. Sweet. Okay. So next, I'm not sure what I even want to bring up. Vitality for more life. Because my strength is super high. Yeah, I may as well. Next for my skill tree, we'll be going with the Bone Prison. Part of the reason why I'm going with the Bone Prison, if you're curious, is that whenever I level this up, it also levels up my Bone Spirit damage as well as my Bone Spear damage. So this is what I'm using to keep enemies in prison, and it gives me more damage because I can't level up the other ones because they're already at max. A bunch of forces are describable via wave functions. But what does it mean to describe them?
I can't use this yet.
Kraken shell? Cool.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Interesting, not what I would have expected. We use the numbers to represent underlying wave functions. Through those descriptions, we determine those interactions and can simulate how they work in an experimentation. Right, but my point is, how could you even know what those numbers are without a basis to how can you even understand what those wave functions are without an implicit understanding of what numbers are? Like, numbers are much more primary forces of understanding than like wave functions, I think, unless I just don't understand your point. Hey Lagos, welcome on in. This Hades stream too looks funny. No, you look funny. Vina's Embrace, Kraken Shell. Oh, it's for Amazons. It's not a bad Amazon armor, though. Ew. Too bad I sold that other Amazon thing earlier. Okay. Three socket shield. Too bad its defenses suck. Hey, Without Horns, welcome back in. How are you guys doing tonight, Logos and Without Horns? How goes the not Silk Song 3 playthrough? Damn it. I need him to not die because I'm actually kind of poor.
Champion.
Robbie, you say Nine Souls is harder than The Last Faith, Salt and Sanctuary? But for you it was the most rage-inducing? Really? Because of Manfred. Okay. Logos, you're great. You beat Unrivaled Everdark Chronos on the first attempt. Congrats. You're pretty stoked about getting some story progress, finally. Nice. Global said, linear algebra is supposed to be super intuitive. It's a fundamental part of both graphics design and DSP. Intuitive doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't have a ton of prerequisites, though. Yeah. I mean, I guess you might be able to argue that something like calculus is intuitive because two dudes intuited the system. But, yeah, I digress.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Those are some tanky boys.
I can't use this yet.
It's one socket, but it has two bone spirits. I was going to try to pause it and tell a joke, but I don't have a pause feature, so let's try to be a little bit safe about this. The Todd Howard Knight himself. I'm not going to go through there. I'm just going to leave that there for now. So, Logos. Juan's father has 4 daughters. Lala, Lily, Lulu, and Lolo. What is his 5th child's name? What if you meet an alien and you get another and get the notation cleared, but then you take another week to realize you don't do math in the same base system? That's messed up. Logo says Lulu? No, no, no. I'm sorry, Logos, you have failed. Juan's father has 5 children. His daughters' names are Lala, Lily, Lulu, and Lolo. What is his 5th child's name? Would math be different if we only had 8 fingers, or what about 12? The difference is when you do like base 8 and 10 and whatnot, or base 2, but fundamentally, no. The issue is just notation is a representation of an idea and should not actually affect the mathematical outcomes of things. Oh, damn it, he died. Oh, I could have just walked through there. Yeah, it's Juan. The 5th child is Juan because it's Juan's father.
Greetings.
It's one of those cryptic questions.
Good day.
Robbie, you're going to try to platinum Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection? Good luck, brother. I could not be bothered to do a Ghost and Goblins myself. Let's go back. Hopefully this dude doesn't die. I should have bought more healing potions. Certainly buy more healing potions.
Not in town.
You'd love a math labubu.
I can't use this yet.
Oh yeah, that's right. It takes a little bit of time for
Thanks.
enemies to fall over, I forgot. So I can use their corpses.
I can't use this yet.
And they're bone spirits. They can go through my bone walls too. It's not fair, that's my ability.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Stop getting shot, brother. Let's go down here, cut some of these guys.
Thanks.
Now, let's just stop risking his life. For nothing.
What do you need?
I more of those to be safe. Yes, Ghosts and Goblins, the game that says, "Oh, you beat me? Now do it again with the worst weapon for the entire game." Yep. Wait, I thought your armor got degraded. Did they get rid of your weapon? When am I going to defeat the Diablo, or do I need more levels to prepare? No, so Diablo is at the end of this stage. I just need to get through it. It's just pretty slow, because my gear isn't that great.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Finally got one. Totally misread Mancatcher as manufacturer, and I was like, oh, really? What do they manufacture?
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
You have to beat the final boss with a specific weapon, or you only get after beating it the first time. Which also means you have to avoid all the weapon drops the second time. Yeah. That is just way too tedious for me to be able to... what to do. Hey, the Merc leveled up. Moving on up in the world.
I am overburdened.
Ghost armor. Ah. should probably sell it. Is this going to be my last gameplay of my Diablo stream playthrough? No, so we have another entire act after this. That was the DLC for the original game.
Greetings.
So we probably have at least one, perhaps even 2 extra nights of streaming this. Meow, you don't want to go to work tonight. You're going to eat an edible.
Greetings.
In Super Ghouls and Ghosts, you need the bracelet to get the true ending. Damn it. Okay, and that's hold for a decent amount. Sells for nothing. I don't care anymore. There's the DLC you didn't know? Yeah. No worries. I didn't know too much about the Lord of Destruction DLC before I started playing and having to look it up myself. Because I only ever heard talk about Diablo 2 rather than the whole DLC that came out with it. Don't enemies spawn with each seal? There they are.
I can't use this yet.
Grand Vizier. Cool. You just beat Malzahar. I forgot to sell the other thing. In my stash.
Good day. Not in town. What do you need?
How many DLCs in the Diablo's game? You just thought it was a different game, like a sequel or a prequel thing? I don't know about each game individually. I know Diablo 2 had the Lord of Destruction DLC, which introduced a new act and a new kind of final boss, although that final boss was set up in the original game as well. So it seemed like it was maybe planned. I don't entirely know the dev cycle of that game, or this game. And then I know D3 and D4 had seasons and expansions, but I don't know the specifics of that very well at all. There's a new state of Michigan budget. They added an extra 25% tax on weed. The industry just got kneecapped. All right, so once we release all the seals here, Diablo will pop up out of this pentagram, and then we have to fight him.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
There we go. Got 2 in a row. Oh no, they're way fast. They are super fast.
I can't use this yet.
He's gonna die. Damn it, I was too slow.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You almost got me. No Diablo Espanol. Alright, Fins. You take care. Thanks for joining us, and thanks again for boosting the server, brother. I appreciate that. Or sister. Alright, what are we doing? We need to identify and sell some things. And hopefully not get clapped as soon as we step out of that portal. Is logo sending a... Oh, food tends to be edible, not foot. That's a very delayed response to Meow's joke. It's sis. Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, no worries. You don't have to justify yourself. Life definitely happens. And I don't expect anybody to be here for like the entirety of the stream by any means. This controller. This sucks because this is like a brand new controller. Maybe it's the cord. I say that every time. Oh god. He's gonna get insta-clapped.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I need mana. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
This is so scuffed. But a win is a win.
I can't use this yet.
Oh my goodness, he's so quick. We got it.
Good evening.
Greetings.
Food Jesus? Food Jesus? Well, Jesus is food, right? Why is this all green? Because of the enchantment? cold and lightning resist. This just gives us more poison. And it's slower. Dang it. Alright, one more section to clear.
I can't use this yet. Thanks.
Legendary mallet? Gotta pick that up. It's a legend.
Thanks. Thanks.
Let's come back down here, brother. Let's get you healed up a little bit more. Don't want to be shelling out another 40,000.
I am overburdened. Yes.
What do you need?
Ooh, 28% fire resist? That is something that I sorely need. Alright. That should be enough to fill out those resistances. Still need that cold. Could keep my keys in here. Alright, so I don't need to repair anything. Surprising. Put my money away. That just connected? Oh, my joke about Jesus being food because of the body of Christ. Or are we talking about Meow's joke?
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Trap myself. Meow's reference? Okay.
Thanks.
Man, these things be hitting. Where's my merc? No one listens to Tom Waits? I don't. He can stay waiting. Stella says not enough to make the reference immediately click. Global, you love Tom Waits? You did a double take? Oh wait, he did a double take at you once. True story? Why? Here. Oh, he's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. Damn it, he died. I did so much to keep that guy alive. But he just wanted to put himself in the worst position.
Not enough mana. I need mana.
There, finally those jerks are done. You're just cool? You're from the same area? Oh, really?
Not enough mana.
When you say cool, now I'm just going to imagine that you were just randomly in a Mr. Freeze costume on, like, July 9th or something random. I need more money.
I can't carry anymore.
Stella, you went to Snickers or something now, though?
See you.
July 9th is winter in some places of the world, but not where Global's from. And not where Mr. Tom Waiting is from. Rip all the Australians who have to put up fake Christmas trees in summer. Meow, you wonder what cool is to Tom Waits? He could have been in a burlap sack for all you know. I need more potions.
I can't use this yet.
This is the worst bone prisoning ever. Oh, he's dead already? Damn it, I was not paying enough attention to him. I'm really running out of cash. Globe was in a leisure suit, no belt, Chelsea boots, pompadour a foot tall. So he's Quabra.
Greetings.
It's the British's fault for doing colonialism in a difficult hemisphere, isn't it? Is it a difficult hemisphere? They didn't want summer Christmas. They should have stayed in the northern part of the globe. I'll go ahead and tell the 16th century Brits that. It's not worth it. Because we'll conduct the war against Christmas. Oh my gosh, if he dies immediately, I'm gonna be salty. I'm salty. Lord Decease.
I need mana.
Not even death can save you from me.
Probably shouldn't have my merc out for this. Let's put this here just in case. Let's put this here just in case. Alright, I'll try it with the merc maybe once unless he gets insta-clapped because it's frickin' Diablo. Because I am out of money. Almost. Stella, you'll join the war against Christmas on the side of Halloween. I feel like I might have asked you before, but are you a big fan of The Nightmare Before Christmas, Stella, or no? Chaddock, you've been taking a walk every day through your neighborhood for a while, and on September 29th, people started putting up spooky season decor. Good for them. Maybe they should start working on putting it up in August. Give the Christmas folk a taste of their own medicine. Stella, you think it's not bad? Oh no, he bone prisoned me. I forgot about this move. Sir, aim at Diablo himself. He might get me, guys. He is doing a lot of damage. I'm just gonna buy a bunch of the small healing potions for now.
Greetings.
That Diablo is pretty diabolic, you don't say. So you've got people who leave Halloween skeletons up all year and seasonally decorate them. I mean, it's the play to make. Those aren't Halloween skeletons. They're what? They're just regular ones. At that point, they're just house skeletons, like garden gnomes, garden skeletons. Chadwick, you've got a house like that in your neighborhood? The guy has a skeleton sitting on his front porch forever. Yeah, Galamoth, we can't wish employees Happy Hallows Eve anymore. Instead, it's just Happy Holidays. The war against Halloween has gone too far. Wait, my merc died? I don't know why I'm surprised about that.
I need mana.
Bro, why am I missing?
I need mana.
It was really weird that was going to clap me.
Not enough mana.
Get out of here, Oblo. Beat him.
Lord Diablo, I have bested you. I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
These Oblos, exactly. We did it.
I knew there was great potential in you, my friend. You've done a fantastic job.
Thank you.
What do you need?
I need more money. Sigon's rep. Sigon D's Oblo. Hey, we finally got some money. Enough for one merc buy. Sazabi's Cobalt Redeemer. Indestructible. Ooh. 318% damage to demons. Not bad. Not for me.
Hail to you, champion.
Steve Jobs died of Ligma? Who's Steve Jobs? He's that guy that died. Saw a weird post today of just like a picture of Steve Jobs' daughter. Just cause, I guess. Which, I don't know, just feels really kind of creepy to me. Like, unless she's pursuing a career in something social media related, just seems kind of weird to post somebody else's picture randomly like that. What's Ligma? Fatal, evidently, apparently.
Stay a while and listen.
Let's go back through the portal. Steve's could good vibes his way out of cancer. He's a billionaire. He can totally do it. The wonders of homeopathic medicine.
Praise be to the light. You have accomplished the impossible. Diablo and Mephisto have been banished back into the black abyss that spawned them, and the corrupted soul stones are no more. However, while you were fighting here, Baal remained behind in the mortal realm, building an army of hellish minions. Now Baal's army is searching for the World Stone, the ancient source of all the soul stones and their power, while leaving behind a wake of destruction. They have forged deeply into the barbarian homelands, heading directly for the summit of Mount Arya. Baal knows, mortal hero. That is the very site of the blessed World Stone. Now, enter the portal I have opened for you. It will take you to the barbarian city of Morocco, the last bastion of order on the slopes of Ariat.
Resurrect our boy. Now we get to watch a cutscene. Get ready for Act 5 Hell Mode. Epilogue.
I heard later that he was defeated. And that the Soul Stone were destroyed in Hellforge. All except one. I couldn't do as you asked. I couldn't enter that gate. Forgive me, Tyrael. Forgive me.
Marius, give me the stone, and all is forgiven. Give it to me, Marius.
Take it. Take it, take it. I'm glad this is finally over, Tyrael. Look what the stone has done to me.
You haven't failed, old man. You've done exactly as you were meant to do. However, I am not the Archangel Tyrael.
Hell. No. No, no, no,
You have done well, Marius. Now I think you shall have your reward.
Hail! The gates of Secheron have stood for eons beyond remembrance, and you shall not breach them now. Remove your foul demons from our lands. We stand on the side of light. You shall not be allowed to reach Mount Ariat, and that which you seek will not be yours.
I shall take your position into consideration. Well, it seems your terms are not acceptable.
Act 5, Lord of Destruction. Yeah, I still really like the cutscenes. They are certainly a highlight of the game. Galamoth, the lights on your DualSense change color to match the weapon you're using in God of War 3. That's so pointlessly cool. Yeah, I was really hyped for the PlayStation 5 when it was announced and whatnot with the haptic feedback and whatnot, but it ended up being a bit more of a gimmick. It wasn't as integrated as holistically in a lot of games than it could have been. There's also like the controller speakers, which I have mixed feelings about. Like sometimes it's cool, other times it's annoying, but at least it was an attempt at innovation. It is kind of annoying how expensive the controllers are though, but oh well. You were like, why is it purple now? It's never been purple. One thing that I do enjoy about the PlayStation 5 is that on Steam and whatnot, you can change the colors of your PlayStation controller to be less obtrusive, especially if you're playing in a dark room at night, so you could have like a really faint dim purple, just so that way you could help find the controller if it's somewhere that you can't see super well. Chaddock said, why would you extend the bridge for what is clearly an army of monsters? It's a good question. They do have some magical defense against the demons, but I agree. Tactically, that did not seem to be like the best move. So part of me wonders if the dude went out there to buy the villagers some time to complete their magical rites, because I think the elders of the town had to sacrifice themselves to prevent the demons from breaching the barrier around it. But that doesn't necessarily stop the demons from getting into Mount Ariat itself. Galamoth, you turned off the speakers pretty quick, but you hadn't had a PlayStation since the PS2, so it's all still impressive to you. Fair enough, yeah. I still kind of wish we had the back touchpad of the Vita, like I brought up before, or something else to go on like the back of the controller, rather than just the common interface we have now. Chadwick, you want 6 axes? Oh, no, you don't.
I, Mala, welcome you to Harogath.
Cool. Okay, folks, so now that we've completed Act 4 and beat Diablo on Hell mode, I think this will be a good endpoint of the stream, and we could try to do Act 5 tomorrow. Act 5 is quite a bit bigger, and with this slowly, as I was definitely going through those later areas, I imagine it might take 2 streams, or maybe a stream and a half. So we'll be going live again at the normal standard time of 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe. Last Protagonist out.